What is up, boys? It is time for the daily expression of emotion. Uh, I have not streamed on my main channel in a while. Something happened at work that kind of pulled me out of it. I've been feeling rather uninspired lately. I also am back down to no intimate relationships, like emotionally intimate. So no like kind of deep friendships. Like I have a couple people that I talk to every once in a while, but for the most part, I am back down to donut, which is a really weird feeling as I'm generally someone who needs people, but I now enjoy food and video games again. You guys don't know, I was basically, I suppose we'd call it like severe depression, where like I couldn't really taste things or enjoy things or really do anything that brought me happiness for like a while. I suppose this doesn't bring me happiness, but it works. It's good for what it's good for. And there's a point where it's like I didn't even have anything really downloaded on my computer because I was just sitting around and being sad. I would just like try and devise plans for how I was going to talk to more people ASAP. Um, those were some rough times. Now it is definitely nowhere near as difficult. However, it's not like I've stopped wanting to meet people. I guess I'm just maybe exasperated with the quality of people that I keep meeting. I keep on like in my head because I enjoy talking to people kind of no matter what they're like. But like I don't want anything too intense with people. But I'm a very, I suppose, like outwardly at the bare minimum stable individual. So whenever I like talk to somebody and I give them like time and intimacy and stuff, like they want a lot more out of me than I'm really willing to do. And it's not like I don't open up with that information. It's just like people really want to take things to their limit, which is a little I wouldn't say frustrating, but just difficult to maintain. Just because I find difficulty maintaining any kind of relationship in general, especially having to deal with like people who are trying to kind of go above and beyond with the way I interact with them. Um, it's a really really hard position because when I am kind of going through some rough spots, I generally have people to talk to. But I notice that now, especially that I have this channel, I have another like way of expressing myself that is not people. And to some extent, it's not unhealthy because I still am expressing myself and I'm still talking and such. But it is replacing my need for outward communication. Um, and I think I need that, but I don't know necessarily what my move is, just because like the people I have around me that I can talk to are odd. Like if we were to talk about like for example, like I have friends that are just like very punk. We're talking about like they're gonna do a bunch of drugs, they're gonna do a lot of shows, they're gonna steal a bunch of stuff, they're gonna be like very anti stuff, like anti establishment, stuff like that. Like I literally like I can fuck with those people like heavy. Like I can be friends with basically anybody. But in terms of people that are going to have like similar lifestyles or like hobbies or anything similar to me, like I'm a pretty weird person, and people who share my inherent traits are kind of like maybe like monstrous in nature. Like I'm pretty self-aware about the way I am, so I can not be horrible to everybody around me all the time. But like people who share my traits are generally not very self-aware. Um, maybe that makes me, maybe I'm not as self-aware as I think. I have no idea. The point is I don't really want to link up with people who are like me, but people who are like me are obviously going to know more about me and connect more with me, I think. Um, but it's hard to maintain relationships. It's hard to find people I'm interested in maintaining relationships. To some extent, like I might even be interested in going more exclusive with like um just one person for a while because I feel more um I feel more tempted towards that as I keep sleeping in my empty bed, and I like want somebody to like share more time with. Now that I'm a little more like healed, we'll say, and more comfortable being alone. Um, Now I feel less of a desire to just fill my life with like random people and more of like curating like a nice person. But it's harder to do that than it was in the past. Um, and everybody's got their own baggage and has their own other people. Like if I was to talk to anybody right now, right, they would have somebody who is like me earlier, who'd be like on their back burner. They can't necessarily get, and they'd be talking to the person who probably wants to talk to them and actually commit. They'd be looking to them as the guy who doesn't. They'd be the number two. So it's a really weird position to be in. I'm not entirely sure what to do because I'm alone, and I guess I don't mind being alone. Um, but I'd rather not be. I don't know. It's rough. I have no friends, and I don't know how much I care. Still, I kind of don't know what I'm doing. I suppose I should get back to work. That's probably step one. Um, Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is kind of a more pointless video compared to the other videos we've done, but I suppose it reflects my current mind state. It's interesting, even just going back at like my different notebooks, because sometimes I'll go into my notebook and I'll look for like inspiration on a video or what I should do or why, and I'll realize that like it's some parts of these notebooks like I was actually like for real like actually crazy, like psychotic breaks, like hallucinating, like I really had some really horrible like mental experiences when it came to like my last 10 months. And I guess that's over now, or maybe that is in a lull, and maybe we'll just go really crazy in like a month or something. I don't even know how I'm supposed to deal with that. I have no idea how I'm supposed to like um just like exist in this mental state and like know that I'm gonna be bouncing around. I guess I'll know because we'll be going to therapy soon, so we'll see um what that accomplishes in terms of maybe like achieving more mental stability or stuff like that. Anyway, long drawn out video to say that life sucks and I'm alone and I don't really care, and maybe that makes life suck less or more. I'm not entirely sure. Whatever it is, it's not great. See you guys later. Maybe.